back to a very special bonus episode of the No Vacancy podcast, coming at you from the AAHOA event in San Antonio, Texas. I'm absolutely delighted to be speaking to Mr. Inder Sharma. He's the founder and president of Hotel Bids. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good, Glenn. I'm really excited about it.
You sound absolutely thrilled. The energy is palpable with you, Inder.
That's me.
Yes,
That's me.
It's so fun to have you here today. So, we're here at the AAHOA event. You've been a big part of the AAHOA community for a long time. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what your relationship is with AAHOA, and how did you get to be a founder and president of Hotel Bids to begin with?
I'll give you my little background.
Yeah.
92, I started with AAHOA.
Right.
That was infancy stage of AAHOA.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And when Ravi Patel, the original founders, Nathan, Mike Leven, all these people were there. So I traveled with them from city to city to city, and at that time we have only 100 members.
Right.
After
I'm laughing here. Only 100 members.
And
I mean,
today,
that's like
there are 16.
that's like the less people on the less than there were people on the buffet line in a 30-second period
That's
yesterday,
very true,
right?
Very true. So I had been very instrumental from the day one,
Right.
part of this association. And when you travel so much with these people, you get attached. So
Right.
to me, I have a family bond with them. So you asked me a very good question, how this Hotel Bids came about.
Yeah.
I used to own hotel.com, and after selling the hotel.com, I had a little bit time off, but I always kept myself connected with the AAHOA.
Right. What does your relationship with AAHOA mean to you and the greater community at large?
AAHOA means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because when you're part of the founding team, when you're part of the infancy stage, you become really attached to it, and you want to make sure they get what they deserve.
Right.
And I think AAHOA deserves a lot. And that's where, I saw the problems in the hotel industry. These OTAs becoming very powerful,
Right.
consolidations. And anytime something happens like that, a problem is created.
Yeah.
And you have to solve the problem. And Hotel Bids is exactly doing that.
Yes, but first I want to talk a little bit more about the challenges that are out there for operators, especially those within the AAHOA community and beyond. And then we could get into a little bit about some of the creative solutions that you have for that. So what are the major issues that you see here in the hospitality industry when it comes to securing reservations at a price that's right for the hotel owner?
I think major problem is there are too many OTAs, too many options, and hotels are having really difficult time where they assign the rooms.
Right.
Should they give it to Expedia or Priceline.com, Booking.com, Hotel.com? And all this is creating kind of a mess for them because commissions are different. Then the way they act, their contracts, those are different. Their parity issues, that's different.
Right.
So there's a lot of manipulation.
So it's confusing and challenging for the hotel operator to negotiate this entire system. And I can imagine if you're dedicating X amount of rooms to each particular channel, if one of the channels isn't selling in the way that you want, you may be stuck with some inventory in a way that hurts your bottom line.
And they always do.
Right.
First of all, U.S. Hotel market has a lot of open-ended inventory which goes waste every night. And I would say 20 to 25% every night.
Of course.
It's overbuilt.
And it's funny because then we get excited if we have like X% occupancy, even though you're leaving so many
Right.
rooms empty.
Right. And that creates a huge problem for the owner. Now, owner wants to sell this inventory, but he has no access to sell it. He has only option is OTAs, and OTAs are doing what they're supposed to do, get the customer and whatever the published rate is. So I feel that problem exists to especially the 30% or 25% of occupancy of that, vacant rooms.
Right.
And we have to solve that problem. And I look at this very vividly.
So is it fair to say that the situation is like this? Sure, if you're with a brand, they're going to deliver a certain percent of reservations. If you're lucky, maybe half of them. But you're still left with half of those rooms unsold. You got a big problem there. Then you've got these big, giant OTAs with a lot of pricing power out there, and you're not going to have the opportunity necessarily to be able to negotiate rates and commission structures in the way that's really profitable towards the individual hotel owner. So it puts them in a defensive position when they're really just trying to be in an offensive position and fill all of those rooms.
Absolutely. They have no control over their room inventory now. They're totally depending upon the OTAs. And when you have a situation like that, you said the right word, they are on the defensive side. And I think there has to be some alternate to have a option at least something inside that they can rely upon. So I think hotel industry is facing a major challenge because of consolidations.
Right.
Too much power in few hands. And hotel industry has to now today think some alternatives. In Marriott's, Hilton, Wyndham, they tried. I mean, they have a room
Right.
key and all that, but didn't went to their stage. And I feel that something has to be done.
Right. I agree. Something does have to be done because even though they're doing a good job, in some ways there's always going to be that extra set of rooms that you need to sell, that you need to figure out a way to get out there and market. And the more channels that you could be a part of, the better. But if you're on the channel, it can cost you an arm and a leg. Otherwise, what's the point? It's really sad that the hotel industry in general allowed this situation to rise. So there's no way you can combat it. The way that I think the future is to be held is finding a better solution that's more cost effective to the hotel owner that lets them keep more of the money that they so rightly deserve.
I think it's about time hotel industry consolidate also at the same time.
Right.
The hotel industry has to come together and find a solution and support it on the long term. Short term is not the solution. They tried room key, but they have to support even partners who are not in the room key. They should support room key. I feel that solution has to come out as soon as possible before it's too late. So I feel that hotel industry is feeling the pinch of it. Hoteliers are really eager to do something about it. At the same time, I think OTAs also have to take some steps towards it. They cannot simply rule the industry. They have to work with the industry.
Right.
And I feel that, we are trying to create a solution, which is viable solution.
Right. Yeah, because you need to have the OTAs, and I don't want to position this as they're evil. They're not evil, and they're a necessary part of your average mix of business. It's a matter of balancing that mix and getting the right amount of commission structure for each individual hotel night. Right?
I think OTAs are doing great job, Glenn.
Yeah.
I mean, don't take me wrong. OTAs the best so far. They have done a great job for the hoteliers, but at the same time, it has to be both ways.
Right.
The commission structure, the what you call your parity issues, your contracts. They're too demanding. And when you have a situation like that, you're choking the hoteliers.
Right. So all of this, to me, Inder, sounds like there's a solution that can be had in the middle of all of this, right? Something that makes the hotel owners happier, that gives an OTA an opportunity to market to customers, because quite frankly, no matter how much all of these companies say book direct, book direct, book direct, people are always going to flock to those OTAs because they've been ingrained in our culture of travel here in the United States. So my guess is that when you started to think about hotel bids, this is kind of the road you were going down in your thought process, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And my always thought has been that we should find the problem, find the solution, and monetize it for the investors, right? It's a long term. It's not a 5 year, 2 years. It's a 7, 8 years journey. I feel that hotel bids provide simple two solutions.
Right.
We are not necessarily competing against the OTAs. What we are trying to do is solution which fits the hotel industry's needs today, and which either it takes today or tomorrow, but it must happen. And the two problems are, one is the commission structure. I think 15 to 25% or 30% commissions are really way high because it cuts in their bottom line profits. So we felt we should do a flat fee. United States has 4 million rooms or 3.5 million rooms. And if you take that number...
More rooms than I could ever stay in.
Yeah. And if you take that number and you multiply the flat fee, I think everybody will make money and market will adjust. We might not get big valuations, but at the same time, it's a long-lasting solution for the financial industry too. So we feel Hotel Bids provides that $5 to $7 flat booking fee. That's one. Number two, we are targeting the last-minute inventory, which is 25% empty every night.
Right.
We want to give that control to the hoteliers. So hotels can sell those rooms without having any parity issues with the franchise companies. Because franchise companies also have to maintain certain integrity.
Like last room availability kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
So we provide that power to the consumer who can at least see this room. They can buy this room, which is going to waste at midnight every night.
Right.
So I feel that these two things are the major issues we are trying to address through hotelbeds.com.
So I think what you're saying is the hotel owner needs to rely on what we were talking about earlier, that mix of business. You get the brand direct reservations.
Yeah.
You get a percentage from the traditional OTA, so to speak. But if you add that middle component with a commission structure that's a flat fee, that's seems pretty reasonable. Every single room that you can sell that way removes one room out of the inventory from the higher price commission structures, which puts that additional money back in your pocket.
No, that's absolutely. Because this model will work for the franchise companies too. Because they don't want to pay, 20%, 15% to these OTAs. So if a flat fee model is there, they know exactly how much their budget is to give away in 1 year.
Right.
Let's say they fill their 20,000 rooms every year. Multiply by the $7 or $5. So your budget is totally fixed. You're not going by the 20%, and you're saving tremendous amount of money.
Right.
So I think it is a model which will fit in the franchise companies' model as well as the hotel industry. So I feel that I think from my experience in the past, maybe about 4 months, we launched this in India. We have a great response. So I think it is a viable solution for the hotel industry. And hotels will adapt it because it is economical solution for them.
It makes sense to me that it's an economical solution for hotels. But how are you making sure that those hotels can be seen and those reservations made?
That's very simple. Because when a customer comes on our website, they simply put down, we are looking for a $50 room or $60 room in Atlanta. And we take that request directly to the hotels.
Oh, wait, this is sounding to me that it's an awful lot like the Priceline model in a way.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a customer-centric model. At the same time, it's a hotel-centric model because hotels control the inventory today with our model. They control the rates. It's their choice whether they accept or not. The only difference with Priceline.com takes the customer, makes the decision for the hotels. So hotels have no control.
Right. Oh, so it's now this is all starting to click for me. It's kind of like Uber in a way, right? I don't just order an Uber, but the Uber driver tells whether or not they want to accept me as a rider as well. So we're all kind of in it together.
In fact, it's the Uberization of the hotel industry.
Right.
So anybody who's close to it, close to the your pickup site, you pick up the hotel. So customer has better control and hotel has. So both have control,
right?
And both people win.
All right, so that's a really unique selling position to me, is that opportunity to turn down business that you don't want, and it allows the hoteliers to be more strategic. Maybe if they feel, a concert was just announced in the area, I don't necessarily need rooms at this particular rate, I could probably get more. Or, oh my goodness, it's a really fallow week, and now I'm going to accept rooms at a rate that I may not normally have gone for.
No, absolutely. One of the thing is, hotels have also control, less interaction at the customer desk. They can set the rules in the hotel bids. Look, I don't want any business less than $50. And I can give only 1 or 2 rooms for this price. So they can control, they can optimize their revenue for any specific day. Because we have put a lot of algorithm, a lot of intelligence in the system. They can control that from sitting in dining room.
Nice.
Today, the desk clerk desk manager might not make those decisions. But the hotel owner can make those decisions sitting at home, even he's vacationing.
So it's cloud-based system.
It's a cloud-based system.
Right.
So we feel that power to AAHOA, or the hoteliers is very critical today. And they have lost this power. So what we're trying to do is, we're trying to infuse in between. Not necessarily we'll compete directly with the OTAs. We're trying to find a solution where hotels get what they want, and slowly, they transit into a system which is long-lasting.
Right. So how are you going to compete against these billion-dollar boys that spend billions and billions and billions literally every year on marketing and advertising?
This is a $1 billion question,
yeah.
And I have a dollar answer.
All right, good. Or $7 answer.
I'm not going to compete with them.
Right.
Bottom line is this: reality is, hotels will compete with them, not me. I'm going to hand over the platform to the hoteliers. This is yours. You want to promote, you promote. You don't want to promote, it's your choice. So to me, so far, if hotels promote your product, guess what? We don't need that marketing budget in our portfolio. We don't need $100 million to advertise on the TVs and radios. When people are advertising for you, think for a second. Priceline.com became $1 billion company over only one statement. Name your price.
Yeah. And William Shatner.
Yeah. And in our case, we have like a stay at your price, $5 fee for the hotels. I think it's a viral. Now, coming back to the $1 million, $20 million, or $100 million of a marketing budget, hotels, we have 24,000 in AAHOA, those hotels, right? My strength is AAHOA. And AAHOA is going to work with us tightly, and they will propagate our mission. And mission is simple. Customer, either you book directly at our hotel or go on the site, Hotel Bits. So to me, it won't make any difference if they book the room directly on the site, because I'm not against that.
Right.
Because we are giving the power, because this corporation, what we built, to find the solution, not for the...
That sounds a little too good to be true, Inder.
Yeah.
You're seeming like too generous there. You know, not caring. It's pretty big-hearted of you to say you don't care in that particular.
No, I really don't care for two reasons. One is, this is a solution for the hoteliers. It's their project. It's their platform, not my platform.
Right.
I'm not looking to build $1 billion company here. I'm working to build a solution for the hotel industry. If money is coming in the end, let's say it's public or private, or we start making money, it's okay. But I think we are not oriented towards the profit side at all. Investors will make money eventually, we know the numbers, and every investor knows that it's not a 1 year or 2 years or 3 years game.
Right.
It is a 7 to 8 years game. So people can wait, and the people who are investing in the company, they are all hoteliers. So they understand the passion.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like you're one step ahead of me, because I was going to ask about how this was going to be funded. Now you're jumping right into that. So what kind of investors do you have behind you? And I guess their expectations are take some time.
I think we have taken all investors from the hotel industry. We have few past chairmen of AAHOA who were really kind enough to put their money where their mouth is, and they want to really think that AAHOA should get the advantage. Members are independent hoteliers, they don't get all that power. So money is coming from the hoteliers. I mentioned few names, Mr. MP Rama. He says, you know what?
Former chairman of AAHOA? From way back in the time you were talking about at the beginning of our conversation.
Yeah. And then we have, Mr. Mike Leven.
Yep.
He's the very legendary, and he's supporting us.
I think legendary is actually doing him a disservice. He's just that iconic in this business.
He's iconic in this industry, and he's supported from the day one. And
in fact, he said this is an amazing platform for hoteliers, not only because it has a $7 flat fee booking, but also because the product is created by hoteliers for hoteliers. I think that is a really important statement to make, because it really shows that you are in it in a kind of a team effort here.
I think it's about caring. Its bottom line is I have built 17 companies. Last 16 companies, all money oriented. This is the only project I'm doing. It's like the feelings, the passion, my dedication to the AAHOA hoteliers. And I'm not seeing any like a potential of making billions of dollars, millions of dollars in the next 5 years, 10 years. And I'm not anticipating even. As long as we leave a permanent solution for the hoteliers, and investors get their return on their money, reasonable money, and they're okay with it, by the way.
Right.
So I think it's a combination of the passions from both sides.
I have a feeling that you're taking care of for yourself in your personal life already, and now this is your turn to give back to the community that's done so well by you.
It is, by the way. It is. Because personally, I'm philanthropist. I have, to me, it is a part of the philanthropy. I might not be giving money, but I'm giving my time and passion and my energy to this cause. And I think I will make it happen, because when you have so many people, have so much energy, everybody's supporting you, project has to take off.
So what are the next steps then, and how do you pull this all together to really fully engage the AAHOA community and fully engage the folks that are going to be buying the hotel rooms to create a successful platform for consumers and hotel owners?
My first step is have the right product. So we have now demonstrated that our product works. We launched in India. So technology and the concept is good. Second stage is...
Did you test it in India before rolling it out to the United States, because it was a little more controlled environment?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We are rolling out in US maybe in 3 to 4 months, depending
Okay.
upon how quickly we get the hotel registrations.
Right.
So the second step is we are registering the hotels in the United States now. Our goal is to have at least 10, 15 hotels in each city who will respond to these requests and very favorably because this is the partnership. And the third step will be do the strategic alliances with the franchise companies like Wyndham or Hilton or Marriott or Best Western, because we are not competing with them. We are providing the solution to them. So once they become part of it, and I think we'll be able to convince them that this is your system, we are working for you. So once that happens, that's the second stage. Third stage, we are going to raise reasonable money. I'm not going to burn the money of investors, period. I have not done in the past. My investors always made money. Here they will make money, but not as in other ventures people made money.
Right.
This is kind of people are putting their money for the cause.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So are you getting a lot of investors that have been part of the AAHOA community and invested in it, or is it a larger pool of investors?
At the moment, we have key investors from the key people in the hotel industry, AAHOA, and who control a lot of properties themselves. They're coming.
So
And
they're hotel owners that are looking for a solution themselves as well.
Yes. It's this. I mean, it's
So
behalf
it's-
of them.
So this is like by hoteliers for hoteliers.
For
in a
hoteliers,
way.
yes.
I like that. Is there any particular type of property that you're looking for? Or are we talking 1-star to 5-star, everything in between? What is the sweet spot here, if any?
I think phase 1 is tier 1, like a 2-star to
4?
3 to 4. 3 is max, 4 is limited.
Right. And I say stars like there's some sort of cohesive definition of what a star property is. I'm a big believer that you could have a mid-scale property that can have a 5-star experience, but we have to shoehorn them into these silly categories.
Yeah, I think we know the AAHOA mix. 75% of the properties come under 2 to 3 star, right? So we are targeting those phase 1, but all properties will be there. So the way we are integrating the properties in our system, we want to have 2-star also, 3 also, and 4-star also. We might not have any 5-star because a lot of loyal customers will always go through the Hilton.
Right.
Because of reward points and loyalty programs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we are not worried about that. We are worried about 80% of people who stay in these properties.
There's a large percent of people that aren't members of these loyalty clubs
Yes.
that prefer to book in a different way.
Yes, and they will not come. They will not come in the phase 1, but who does not want to save money? Even I can stay in the 5-star hotel, but if I get this $100 less, the same room, why I will not try hotel beds?
Right,
It's
of
simple.
course.
So I think it depends upon, as the time goes by, bigger properties will adapt because what they have to lose, they pay only $7 for the
Right.
$200 room rather than $60 to OTA. They pay $7. So they don't mind, they will not mind ultimately.
So they could theoretically provide a discount on a room, pay the $7, and still make more money to the bottom line than they would have by getting that same reservation through a traditional OTA.
and still have their loyal customer coming there, So we are not, I think our purpose will be to direct the business to us at the same time, and at the same time sending the customer directly to the, hotel sites itself.
Right.
So we have no issues with that because we are not focusing totally, we want all the business.
Yeah.
If any customer wants to go hotel like a Hilton directly, Marriott directly, we have no issues with that because we are going to encourage our customers to avail those loyalty programs.
So you're getting ready to launch this here in the United States.
Yeah.
We still got a couple of months to go. You're collecting you're putting together a collection of hotels.
Yeah.
Is probably the proper way to say that. Does it cost hoteliers any money up front, and how can they get involved?
It's free for hotels, no lengthy contracts,
I love
one-page
that.
contract. It's up to them whether they want to accept any business or not. They make the decisions on the inventory and the price. Flat fee $5 to $7 depending upon the what the ADR is. And we are excited about to launch in the United States in the next 3 to 4 months.
Excellent. Well, we're going to keep you up to date on when this is going to launch here at the No Vacancy Podcast. Inder, it's been great having you. But before we sign off, got to know if there's anything that we left out that you need to get off your chest.
My chest is very light. I don't keep anything here. Bottom line is this. I want to make this project successful. It's personal to me because a lot of feelings involved, a lot of emotions involved here. And it's a challenge.
Yes.
And I love challenges because to me, I take every challenge as an opportunity. And I'm not scared of OTAs. I'm not scared of, because you know what? When you believe in the destiny and the God, And the second thing is, if the people want what they want, even God will help them. So I'm just instrument to make it happen.
That's
I'm
excellent.
a small guy.
All right, so talking about making things happen, how can hoteliers find you to make it happen for them?
Well, they go to hotelbids.com and they can just simply register there. And I'm at the AAHOA convention today. I love to meet everybody. And we have a booth. They can come and visit us. And I think it's
Excellent.
pretty good, yeah.
All right. So they can just go on and register themselves on the site. They don't need to talk to anybody.
No. They have to just give us the email address, telephone number, and the property address.
Wow.
Our team in India will fulfill all the requirements, put everything on our website. Nothing is needed from that.
So basically, you're telling me that there's no reason not to do this.
There's no
I
reason
mean, we
at
all,
all.
it seems like much easier than downloading an episode
It
of
is
No
better.
Vacancy Podcast.
Yeah, no, absolutely no. I mean, our team in India is pretty savvy, very very prompt. The moment they do the email, within 24 hours, their hotel is up.
Great.
Yeah.
So for all the hotel owners out there, be sure to check out hotelbids.com and get involved today. And as soon as this thing's launched, you guys will be putting more money in your pocket by selling rooms more efficiently at prices that customers want and at a bottom line experience that you are going to absolutely love. Inder, thank you so much for being here, sir.
Glenn, thank you so much, and thank you for doing my job. I think you did better than me. I really appreciate it.
I like to hear it. Hey, it's been great having you on, and thank you for all of your
No,
support
I
for both me and for the AAHOA community.
No.
You're doing great things, and I'm very excited
I'm
to
the
have you here
humble
today.
servant of AAHOA.
I love it, and that's what it's one of the things that
I'm really
I
humble
not only
servant
like
of
about you, but this entire community here at AAHOA.
It's
The
amazing.
spirit of togetherness is alive and well here in San Antonio, and I want to thank all of you guys for listening. And remember, hotelbids.com. It's your chance to start saving instead of paying those heavy commissions. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back soon.